a reference to our people in Canaan, and Yahweh is what the Egyptians heard when our people uttered God's proper name. Now, for those of you who think it's not important to know God's name or to know how to say it correctly, let's turn to the book of Yahweh, chapter 2, verse 32. The prophet's name is Yahweh, not Joel, and it means Yahweh is God. Chapter 2, verse 32 reads in the Hebrew, Wahechal ashar yakar b'sham Yahweh yamlat, che bahar tseon, waba Yerushalayim, va'e palatecha ashar amar Yahweh, waba sharei dem ashar Yahweh kar. In English, and it shall come to pass, whoever will call upon the name Yahweh will be delivered. For in Mount Sion and in Yerushalayim will be deliverance, as Yahweh has said, and in the remnant who Yahweh calls. If knowing how to say God's name is not important, then we have a major problem, and this prophet has just lied. Because according to this prophet, calling upon the name Yahweh is what will save people. So what this text is telling us is that the day is coming when God's people, God's chosen people, will begin to call him by his correct name. In Mount Sion and in Jerusalem, which are mispronounced as Zion and Jerusalem, will be deliverance, as Yahweh said. And in the remnant who Yahweh calls, the remnant whom Yahweh calls is his people. Now you could say, no, the prophet is not lying. You're just saying his name wrong. You're supposed to say Jesus. Are you supposed to say Yahweh? Are you supposed to say Yahoo? Are you supposed to say Yahweh? Are you supposed to say Yahweh? Are you supposed to say Ahaya? Are you supposed to say Yahweh? Are you supposed to say Jehovah? Are you supposed to say Yahweh? But not according to the people who, when they heard the name Yahweh, they were terrified. The ancient Egyptians. The ancient Egyptians were tolerant of other religions. They welcomed all foreign gods, but they did not want to have anything to do with the God whose name was Yahweh. That's no accident. All gods were worshipped in Egypt but this God. That's because Masha called on that name to destroy them for refusing to let us go. The name Yahweh was feared in Egypt. And Amenhotep III and every other native Egyptian, they knew how to say this name. The people who learned from experience in the hard way that Yahweh is not a God to be messed with, those people, those same people, have basically left us a tape recording of what his name sounds like when it is pronounced. That is the witness that God has left for himself in the Egyptian record. Even the Egyptian inscriptions tell you how to say his name. Ask Amenhotep III who is Yahweh, or who is Yahweh, or who is Yahuwah, or who is Yahweh, or who is Jehovah. You have no idea who you're talking about and look at you like you have three heads. But ask him who is Yahweh, and you can hear a pin drop, dead silence. No temples in Egypt for this god, unlike all other foreign gods. No equating this god with any of the native gods, as was commonplace with non-Egyptian gods in Egypt. No discussion about this god in the Egyptian religious texts. Nothing but an empty claim made by Amenhotep III that he was the ruler of the land of Canaan, that the people of Yahweh were now taking over. And there wasn't nothing he could do about it. His son and royal successor, Amenhotep IV, or Enkidu as he later changed his name, was so afraid of this god that when the Canaanites begged him repeatedly to send troops to fight the Hebrews who were gobbling up all the land of Canaan, he ignored their cries and left them to their fate. Sorry, can't help you. I wish you the best of luck, but you're on your own. Because the last Pharaoh who tried to put his hands on the people of Yahweh, he's still at the bottom of the Red Sea. I'm not going to the bottom of the Red Sea. This is the truth about our history and our heritage. These so-called European scholars don't want you to know. These are the facts they discuss in private among themselves to see how they can deconstruct it and then teach you lies to prevent you from learning the truth. I did not make up the name Yahweh. You can read the Greek historian Diodorus of Sicily, one of the greatest historians of his time. He was told by Hebrews in the 1st century BCE that the proper name of the God of the Hebrews is pronounced Yahweh, exactly in agreement with the Egyptian record and with the much later Assyrian record. But modern scholars teach you lies so you can run and chase after some make-believe cat named Yahweh or Jehovah or Yahoo or Yahweh. The Creator's name is Yahweh. It always has been and it always will be.